Welcome to Beyond the Body, the podcast that takes you on a journey to unlock the secrets of holistic health. I'm your host, Renee, and I'm thrilled to be your guide on this transformative adventure. In each episode, we delve deep into the three pillars that form the foundation of our well-being: movement, nourishment, and mindset. Get ready to explore cutting-edge insights, expert interviews, and practical tips that will empower you to elevate your overall health and live your best life. Whether you're a seasoned health enthusiast or just starting on your wellness journey, Beyond the Body is here to inspire, educate, and motivate you to reach new heights. We believe that true health extends beyond the physical body, encompassing the harmony of body, mind, and spirit. So if you're ready to embark on a quest for vitality, resilience, and lasting well-being, you're in the right place. Join us every week as we dive into the latest movement, science, nutrition, and mindset mastery. Together, let's go beyond the body and discover the extraordinary potential that resides within each and every one of us. Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Body podcast. I am your host, Renee, and today we're going to be diving into a topic that is really close to my heart, and that is mindfulness. Mindfulness is more than just a buzzword. You see it everywhere at the moment. It's actually a practice that has the potential to transform your lives, okay? It's about being present, embracing the moment, and nurturing our mental and emotional well-being, which is a really key, important thing to really think about when it comes to your overall health and living a healthier lifestyle. So in this episode, we're going to be exploring what mindfulness is, why it matters, and how you can incorporate it into your daily life, even if you're new to the practice, okay? So let's get started. So what exactly is mindfulness? At its core, mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment without judgment. It's about fully engaging with our thoughts, emotions, and surroundings without the distractions of the past or the worries of the future. So that's quite deep, isn't it? It's like giving ourselves permission to just be, let go and just be. So the benefits of mindfulness are incredible. Studies have actually shown that regular mindfulness practice can reduce your stress, improve your mental clarity, and enhance emotional regulation. It's literally like a mental workout that strengthens our capacity to respond to life's challenges with grace and resilience. And so applying more mindfulness is not only going to help you to do the tasks that you're finding hard or the tasks that you know you've got to do to achieve certain things. It's actually just going to help you to be with yourself and just be present in the moment. Because how often in this world are us busy women running around trying to do everything and anything, and we're just forgetting to actually take a moment to breathe and just be mindful and be in the moment. So there are some mindfulness techniques that you can start applying and practice, and it helps you get into the rhythm of mindfulness. And my favorite, and first and foremost, is actually just mindful breathing. So finding a quiet place to comfortably breathe and drawing attention to where your breath is coming from. Are you breathing heavily from your chest? Are you breathing from your diaphragm? And ultimately, we want to be breathing more from our diaphragm. So let's practice this, just so that you know what I mean by mindful breathing. If you're not in a quiet place because you're out running or you're walking or you're at the gym, then I recommend you try this when you can. But I want you to find a quiet place. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes if you can. Take a deep breath through your nose, counting to 4. Then exhale slowly through your mouth, counting to 6. Don't be afraid to make sound with your breath. Sound is very powerful, it's very refreshing, it's very nourishing. As you breathe out, focus your attention on the sensation of your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your chest and the coolness of air as it enters and exits your nostrils. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Just simply acknowledge the thought and gently bring your focus back to the breath. Inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. This is my personal breathing technique that I do to practice mindfulness, and my watch is very clever at reminding me to take moments throughout the day to practice mindfulness. And this is generally what I will be doing. Breathing in for 4 and out for 6, and not being afraid to let the sound of the breath happen as well. We get so uptight and scared of breathing loudly or making sounds because we get embarrassed by it. But I really want you, when you're practicing mindfulness, I want you to just let go and just be. Okay, so try that. You may have just given it a go now if you're in the space to be able to do so, but if not, hopefully that's helped you understand how you can just take some little moments of mindfulness throughout your day when you need it, especially in stressful situations, especially if things are driving you nuts or your patience wearing thin. Try that breathing technique and see how it makes you feel. And I remember, patience is really important with this. So if you're finding it hard to unwind at the start, just keep giving it a go and see where it takes you. So remembering though that mindfulness is not just limited to meditation. So meditation is a fantastic way to be able to do that, but we can actually weave mindfulness into our daily routine. So for example, try practicing mindfulness when you're eating. Pay attention to the colors, the textures, the flavors of your food, savoring each bite, and just being fully present with your meal rather than sitting at your computer and just like scoffing it down, or on the go driving and just like eating your piece of toast whilst trying to put your makeup on, whilst also trying not to crash your car. So practicing mindfulness around eating food. Now this is not only going to help you to just breathe more and be in the moment and just be, it's actually also going to help you with improving your relationship with food and sending those signals to your brain that you're actually full and you're eating. So being more present and being more mindful as you eat is also another great way to help you practice mindfulness. Another way that you can practice mindfulness is through walking, taking leisurely strolls without having to go, I've got to do intervals of running, I've got to go do this or do that. Just go for a nice leisurely stroll on your own when you can, even if it's for 10 minutes, and just be mindful of the things that you're looking at. So the sights around you, the sounds around you, and the sensations of your surroundings as well. And notice the world around you as if you are seeing it for the first time. You know when a 2-year-old sees the beach and they're like, oh, wow, like have that feeling about everything around you, even if it is the local park that you always go to. See if there's anything in that park that you haven't actually taken notice of before. What is it that you can see that makes you just feel really grateful for that moment, feels really present for that moment? I want you to really take the time to just notice everything around you as if you are seeing it for the first time. So as with any practice, mindfulness can actually have its challenges, just like exercise and just like eating healthy. You know, we know we need to do it more, but of course it comes with its challenges. And you might actually find it really difficult to set aside a time because you've not done it before, you haven't built that habit. Your mind may wander while you're meditating, but just remember that these challenges of practicing mindfulness are part of the journey. And the more you do it, the more you practice these mindful moments throughout your day, well, the more mindful you're going to become, the more calm you're going to be able to come, and the less stress you're going to feel in moments of the day. So just remember that it is a journey, and it's about building that habit into your life, just like exercise and just like eating healthy. It's a journey. It takes time, but it is going to help you holistically all round be a healthier human, because when you feel good mentally, your actions are better, your outcomes are better. So that is why practicing mindfulness is such an important part of your overall health and well-being journey. So some little helpful tips on how to overcome challenges when it comes to mindfulness is to set alarms on your phone or dedicate a few minutes each day in your calendar to mindfulness. And in that moment of time, everything is switched off, notifications are off, everything's off. And when you find your mind drifting during these mindful moments, just remind yourself gently and say, no, come on, we need to redirect our attention to the chosen focal point, wherever you're looking at, or the breath or the present moment. Just reminding yourself to be in that moment and bringing yourself back to that moment. So like everything, there are challenges. It can be hard, but the more you practice, the better it gets. Even if it's, you might have a limiting belief that, oh, I can't relax, I can't meditate, I can't stretch, I can't do that. No, my brain doesn't switch off. Well, that's what you're telling yourself. Remember, your mind is the most powerful organ, and the more you tell it to do something, or the more you say something to it, because that's what you've been conditioned to believe, well, the more that's going to be the reality. So I encourage you to try and put yourself into a good mindset around, I can meditate, I can have mindful moments, I can breathe. Bringing your heart rate back down to resting is just such a beautiful thing to do for your body and a way to help limit stress. Okay? So I want to share a personal story with you. There was a time in my own life where I felt really overwhelmed and fast-paced and felt as though that resting was not okay. I wasn't allowed to lie down and rest. If I lay down and watched a Netflix program, or if I did some reading for more than half an hour, that was unproductive, and it was not okay. If I wasn't working and hustling, then I wasn't achieving anything. And we live in this world with hustle culture is just in our faces all the time. And yes, you have to work hard to achieve things, but there are also really important times in these moments where you do need to just slow the fuck down. Okay, so I was getting in my head about resting. Resting was unproductive. It wasn't getting me anywhere. But if anything, not resting and not relaxing was actually doing me more harm. So I was just going. I was like, oh, meditation, I don't have time for this. I know it's good, and I tell other people to do it, but I don't have time for it myself. And it wasn't until I got to a point in time with just constantly go all the time where I actually just felt so exhausted and burnt out. And I was like, something needs to change, because my body's always sore. I'm always tired. I can't focus when I'm working anymore. I have all these things I want to do, but I'm not doing them because I've got no energy to do them. And I decided enough was enough. I'm going to start adding in some yoga into my weekly routine. And I just started with that. And it was once a week. And that was a great way to get me started. And then once I started doing more of that, I started going, okay, I reckon I can do 2 yoga sessions a week now. And they were just 20-30 minute sessions, and I would implement them into my weekly routine. And then I started doing more belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, and just actually taking the time to be with myself. Focus on that breathing, letting go of any anger or anxiousness or nervousness that I was feeling. And so by actually implementing more relaxation and mindful moments into my week, I found I was more productive. I was getting tasks done. I was able to fall asleep faster. I was able to actually just rest and recover and not feel like I had to be going all the time. And mentally I felt better. I wasn't feeling as anxious or overwhelmed. And so by adding in these mindful moments throughout my week, in my routine and in my day, it actually helped me to do more. So I have all these goals and all these things I want to achieve, but if it wasn't for taking those mindful moments, would I be doing all these things that I want to be doing? No. So taking the time just to be for a few minutes a day, more if you can, think about the outcome on the other side. But if we just go all the time with no rest, no relaxation, no nourishment, no sleep, next to nothing, it's not going to last. You might be able to do it for a little bit, but you will crash and burn. It's productive to sleep. It's productive to rest. It's productive to take mindful moments, because you're going to get more out of your day, more out of your workload, more out of your workouts, more energy to cook dinner rather than buy takeout. So mindful moments are hugely beneficial for your overall health and well-being, and hugely beneficial for your own journey. So I highly recommend you start getting into these mindful moments, because if it can help me and my crazy full-on brain, then I'm sure it can help you. And then you can start having more clarity in the brain fog that you might be suffering with, and more gratitude in every day because of these mindful moments that you're practicing. So remember, it's not a magic wand, but it is a powerful tool. Mindfulness has definitely guided me on a path of self-discovery, and it continues to shape my own holistic journey towards well-being. So before I wrap up this podcast episode, I really want to encourage you to start taking a step towards more mindfulness starting today, starting with just even 1 minute of mindful breathing, how I guided you before, or finding some times to fit in a quick short walk where you are embracing the present moment, and giving yourself the gift of self-care. Remember, your well-being journey is uniquely yours, and every moment you spend in mindfulness is a step towards a healthier and happier you. And if we can start implementing more of these mindful moments throughout our week and our day, every day, just imagine how much we're going to change and grow and thrive, how much less overwhelm and anxiety we're going to feel. So I hope this podcast episode has helped you realize that actually, taking mindful moments and taking time to just relax is beneficial to my life, is beneficial for my goals, is beneficial for me getting things I need done and achieving my goals in life and my health. So that's a wrap for today's episode of Beyond the Body podcast. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of mindfulness. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform and connect with me on Instagram and TikTok for more daily inspiration to help you on your health and well-being journey. Until next time, remember, mindfulness matters. Embrace the present and let it lead you toward a life of holistic well-being all round.